Alright, this is the video for workout number 2 for both the intermediate and advanced workouts. They're both very similar. There's one small change on the push-up variation between the two, and other than that it's a matter of reps, sets, and how much rest, that kind of stuff, the weight you use. Anyway, first two exercises on this one, on workout number 2, are a dumbbell one-arm row. I'm going to have you keep your, so there's different ways to do it. Sometimes you'll reach and twist as you pull. Sometimes we'll isolate the movement a little more. Here I'm going to have you squeeze your shoulder blades together so your shoulder blades are retracted, and you're going to row, lower down, and keep the retracted shoulder blade. With the one-arm row, we're going to do a rest pause push-up. And this will be the one difference between the intermediate and advanced programs. The intermediate will simply be down, pause for 3 or 4 seconds, and back up. Down, pause 3 or 4 seconds, and back up. For the advanced version, we're going to do the same thing, keep the pause, but on the way up, you're going to try and clear the ground. So you're really going to explode up, try and clear the ground with your hands, and it will look a little bit like this. So down, 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. Explode, down. Explode. Explode. And it doesn't have to be very high. The main thing we're looking for is an explosive movement up. Try and clear the ground, get your hands off the ground, even if it's just a little bit, and then you land and go right back down into the next repetition. And those are the first two exercises. Next up, we're going to do a barbell box squat. So we're using an 18-inch box here. Ideally, you would go to where your thighs are parallel to the floor. For me, that's about 15 inches, but we'll go ahead and demonstrate on the 18-inch box. Because if you don't have boxes, a bench is roughly 18 inches as well, and you can also use that. Just straddle the bench, same thing. Then if you have the means to go lower, by all means do. So the box squat, there's also different variations. Some people like to touch and go, where you just barely touch and bounce back up. We're going to actually pause, actually sit down, kill your momentum, and then stand back up. So we'll sit down and back. Sit down, pause a second or two, stand up. Sit down, pause, back up. What sitting at the bottom does is it just eliminates momentum. It makes it so you can't utilize the stretch reflex quite as much. Typically, as you stretch a muscle, you have more strength coming back up. If you pause and kill the momentum, that stored energy kind of disperses, and you're not allowed to use it on the way back up, or not able to use it on the way back up, which just makes it a little harder to come off the box and makes it require a little more raw strength rather than the plyometric or explosiveness coming off the box. Anyway, we are going to do the box squat and alternate it with a side plank. So you're on your forearm, elbow right underneath your shoulder, body straight, not rotated, arm up, and hold for time. Then the last two exercises, you're going to do a pull-up and a burpee. So a pull-up, everybody knows, palms facing away from you, chin above the bar. So different people do burpees different ways. We're going to be really strict about our push-ups and our jump. So rather than just flopping on the ground and then giving a little 6-inch jump at the top, we want you to do a legit push-up at the bottom. So you're down, jump out. Instead of dropping your hips to the ground and pushing back up, like you'll see in a lot of videos where they're trying to do a certain amount in a certain amount of time, we're going to have you do a legitimate push-up. Then you'll hop your feet back under you, and from here we want you to jump as high as you can. So it's down, jump as high as you can. And that is the burpee. This workout's pretty fast. It's your Wednesday workout right before your Thursday intervals, so we don't want you to be too sore for that tomorrow. And yeah, enjoy.